I mean, I am live, like a live wire, Bob. How you doing, buddy?
Mixed emotions
Mixed of
today. So,
oh,
like, if everybody's been watching the spoiler season,
yeah, it's
very
spoiler
mid,
season.
very
Yeah.
very mid on Final Fantasy, which I think is not a win.
Wow. I mean, right out the gate. Hey, happy Saturday. Glad to have everybody here. Make sure to
Yeah,
hit the
you
links
got it.
below.
You can tune out now. Like, that's the cow with the milk right from the rip. There you
Yeah,
go.
right. Hey, look, later on in this episode, we're going to cover some very hot button topics. So make sure that you subscribe so that you get some of our later episodes as well. Maybe become a channel member. We've got an opening later tonight. Yes, that's right. Bob's opening an entire box this evening.
I am, and I'll be honest with you. I spent some time on. Shout out to Mr. DJ Longhair, was on his show as they were doing the reveals. Even the show itself was a big kind of wet fart with some oddball game right in the middle of it.
It
That
took
soaked
so
up
long.
half of the damn show.
It
Well,
was
not quite half.
ridiculous,
It was almost half of the show. And no Blake, no Morrow. It was odd, to say the least. So, boy, it's kind of tough to chew on. I'm still excited for Final Fantasy. I'm not really all that excited to play with the cards.
Yeah, I can't say that there was anything in particular that like jumped out at me. Bob, check out chat real quick. So yeah, like I was saying, nothing really,
somebody pooped on my pillow today.
Nothing really jumped out at me either. And like I was saying to Bob right before we started the show is
where'd you
there were a few things that I want to put into decks, but mostly some like new staples as far as like commons, uncommon stuff like that, things that are gonna be around for a long time, new snakeskin scale, that kind of stuff. But I don't think that there's anything that's really jumping for me, except, well, Bob, you already spoiled it. It's your background. That's the one card that's honestly truly interesting, I think, not just to me, but to people at large. I think that the reveal of the serialized cards that they're putting in this set, that was probably the most exciting thing to me out of the reveal show.
It was only somewhat exciting. It's 77 copies. That means 77 people in the world get to enjoy this card. And that's if the product even gets opened. Right?
Yeah, I mean, with
them
the,
get opened. So 77 maybe potential people are going to enjoy this. I'm going to tell you right now, at the current prices, with what I'm seeing in the set for the reveals so far, good luck recouping your money out of a box you open. Like at $600, there's just not $600 worth of product there. Additionally, without anything more, like I don't know, the neon ink ones, like it feels like they're going all Chocobo or Chocobo or bust.
Chocobo or bust. I honestly, that is how this set specifically feels. The neon ink versions of the traveling Chocobo, and then the traveling Chocobo in gold as well. Like this is,
which they didn't give the numbers on the. I don't know. Has anybody in the audience seen the numbers on what the neon ink ones are going to be? And I'll be honest with you, I think the way that the neon ink Hidetsugu went down,
well, even the mana crypts that they had done when they did that in Lost Caverns of Ixalan, and they reskinned that a number of times.
Yeah.
What up, Rosalie?
You're not seriously comparing mana crypt to traveling Chocobo.
Just the treatment is the same. That's the through line here. What up, Ed? And I think that that's similar enough in that people don't really care. I think as far as opening, having that extra type of built-in value of, hey, I opened up one of these and it's the green one. For some reason, this is $666. Hell yeah. Versus, oh man, I opened this up and it's still just the shitty $2 card. It always has been.
I wouldn't say it's a shitty card.
It's going to be looked over. I mean, it's not legendary, which is kind of one of the big whiffs for me on this one. It's like, yeah, you're going to be able to put it in a dex, but if it were legendary, at least you could have.
Yeah, and it's not specifically. fantastic by itself. It's an enabler type of card. Kind of like a Prophet of Krufix. Even if Prophet of Krufix became unbanned, you're not talking more than a $5, $10, $15 card, right? It's not uniquely powerful. It's other things that it makes more powerful. Additionally, just the general power level of the set. Do we want to go to the spoilers? We should probably bring up the spoilers.
Just shout out, we got a couple of folks here. We got Rosalie Williams. Hey, thank you for stopping by. And of course, Dual Brain. Man, Ed, always great to see you, buddy. He says, for some of them, the neon treatment is the same, but for the serial one, that's different. Yeah, I mean, really, and it doesn't even have the text on it, which I guess is probably a good call with a card like that. I mean, the One Ring, I don't even know why they put words on it. Realistically, it was just kind of a waste of the art space. At least with the gold traveling chocobo, it's just full top to bottom artwork.
Sure. There are things that I like about, like, I guess we just have to dig in with a fork, huh? That, there are things that I like about the Golden Chocobo, and I'm going to actually, I don't know if you saw Rudy's response to it, that I enjoy, and I like the idea of the Golden Chocobo as a 1 of 77. I think that is wonderful. And I even like the fact that it's a Golden Chocobo, like a golden ticket, a la, Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. Even though it is that piss yellow kind of looking card that we got in Aether Drift, like, I hope that doesn't become a, sort of moniker for this thing, that it is the, the piss serialized card. I mean, it's going to be what it's going to be, but in general, I like the fact that there is a very rare chase card. Now, that being said, it should have been an addition too, right? There should have been more. Yeah, I saw it. I was on DJ show talking through it.
Could be worth an ounce or two of gold. I mean, at least it's not going to be made out of an ounce or two of gold. The weighing magic packs again.
But hey, oh yeah, they definitely can't make it actually gold. I don't know, man. I think it's very close. Like, when I saw it, it was very a la, oh boy, they did the Aether Drift for treatment again.
For me, it reminded more of the like Pokemon card from the movie, like when that Pokemon movie first came out, like 1999, the gold Mew card or whatever it is. I mean, there's only 77 of them, and realistically, it doesn't matter what they look like; it's what they're selling for. I mean,
Nope.
Hey, what up, Time Capsule? Yeah, I think it's going to be similar to
I'm happy for it, but it's too rare to be real to anybody. Like, you're probably talking, if we're talking 500,000, we're never going to know what the real number of collector boxes are that's out there. Just like, stop it if you think you do. You don't. Like, watch Pat's short video. You don't know shit.
We don't know nothing. Yeah.
But we're just going to use the number of 500,000. I think that's a reasonable stab in the dark kind of number for boxes. And if that's true, then at 1 in 77, I think you're looking at like 1 in roughly 7,500 boxes. You can't hunt it. This is not something that you're going to go on a hunt for. It's far too rare for boxes that are going to be $600-$700 a piece. Like, just people in Magic generally don't have that kind of money. Like 1,000 times, we'll just call it 1,000, $1 million to hunt a chocobo. That'll probably be worth at best 10 grand.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it comes back to, if you want it, just buy it. Like, realistically, it makes me think of the professor. He put out a great video about fetch lands. He was going down to a store, and the little birdie on his shoulder says, just buy a few boxes. If you get the fetch lands you want, it's like the boxes paid for themselves. Yeah, no, don't do that kind of shit with Magic anymore. Just go on to TCG Player, use our affiliate link down below, and just buy the cards you want.
And remember, on the 16th, they have that 10% credit at for everything on TCG Player. So please think of using ours. We'll say that okay, this card is going to be worth 10 grand. Fine. But
yeah, I can buy
1 in 7,500 boxes roughly. In reality, it's a unicorn that's just not going to exist. It's like Summer Magic, right? How many people have owned Summer Magic that you know?
I
Like,
think
okay,
realistically what it is just something to entice people. It's that, hey, you could find this magic thing inside and it's going to be worth a whole heck of a lot of money. And that is definitely very enticing to magic players. The lottery
it is
scratcher.
definitely, but that's going to appeal mainly to the gamblers, and the gamblers at $600 a ticket. Woo, that's some
Well,
rich
I
blood
think
right
that
there.
that's the thing is that's the traders versus the investors. People who are going to buy the sealed product and just keep the packs as they are. I mean, for me, 100% clarity, right? I'm getting 6 of those gift bundles. I'm never fucking opening any of those. Not a
You'd be an
single one.
idiot, right?
Right,
You really would.
exactly. Right. It'd be stupid because I took the investment opportunity, bought in early, and I'm going to sell them as, I see fit versus hey, oh, I got 6 collector packs and that's another 54 of the play boosters coming in. Oh, I'm going to get so many good cards. That's the dumbest thing you could do with this product line. If it's a play box, cool, have fun and play with that box. But if it's collector, man, if you can get your hands on it, there's a reason that there's $700 for a box. $700 for 12 packs, Bob. This is getting nuts.
What we were talking about the whole people didn't pitchfork out on
Yep.
this set, but they did on M30. Oh, was that? I think I just said that on DJ show. It drives me absolutely batshit crazy. M30, you have a far greater chance of opening something if you buy $1,000 box of M30 for 4 packs. You have a much greater chance on pulling something out of those 4 packs. It's going to hit back more return on investment than you do out of a collector box at 600.
As someone who's a heavy smoker, right? I'm in convenience stores far more than I should be. So I see a lot of these the gamblers, right? 100% right, Bob, though. The $1 scratch off tickets sell the most. $2, they sell the next. The ones that you could actually like make a little bit of like you could gamble and you could walk away with more. Realistically, if you add a couple $100, you could probably get to that sweet spot. Those $20 tickets, the real ones that you got to spend the money on. That's not what these people are doing, though. It's exactly the opposite. If you wanted to spend the
I don't know. Like
$250,
there's all kinds of stuff about this set that's making me very conflicted. And no matter what they've done so far, the weirdest thing is I'm still looking forward to it. Like as dumb as that sounds, I still am. No joke.
I've got to say, I am just as interested as I was before. I'm going to buy the same amount of product and the same types of products. I'm going to open it and enjoy it in the same exact way. This is now just like, hey, you got a second trailer for a video game you're going to be playing. Like, it's just more info on something I'm going to engage with. Did the debut stuff that you saw today change how you want to interact with it, Bob? And you guys in the audience, with the new information that we got, let us know in the comment section. Did the hour and a half that we got to see about Final Fantasy today, did that change how you want to play with this? And sorry, Bob, go ahead.
I'm sorry, to answer your question it makes me want to buy as much as I did before, but I want to open less of it now. Like, I don't know how to put it. There's no card in there specifically. Actually, the card that I want the most and the one I'm going to play with most is the Y'shtola. I mean, out of the commander deck. I want to make a commander deck of Y'shtola for commander raids. Seems like she's very solid for that. There's nothing that looked like, oh, you should really put that in a commander deck. The closest one, I don't know if you saw it, was I have the spoilers up. And I guess I could just scroll right to it if we want to cut to it. And we could discuss some of this stuff. We're not big on going through. Oh, tell me there's more effing spoilers, and I just bungled this somehow. Really? All right. So Magic Spoiler was a terrible source. That was a bad idea. Maybe it's here. So there's a green artifact. Oh, go away. Fine.
Goldfish has it.
Oh my God, do they not have the full? Oh, I want to go through this at some point, though. Didn't know they had this up there. Oh, dude, look at that. Is that the color of the packs? Is that the first time we've seen a pack? What's the deal with that? You see it? The turquoise color pack?
Yeah.
I dig that.
I guess that's the pre-release stuff. What is
Oh,
that?
that's just for the pre-release promo card in a pack? That's
Interesting.
different.
Hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I'm 100% behind Ed on this one with his comment. I'm a little disappointed there aren't more serialized cards. I was kind of expecting like 5 different serialized cards, each having like 100 apiece. I'm
Okay,
honestly
there's the look of the play booster pack. So yeah, that's
just
I
the
dig it.
pre-release included
I
back.
dig it. The
Yeah.
pre-release promo card is going to be individually packed, I guess, in some turquoise pack, which I really dig. I would love if they would have gone with that just scheme for the entire set. That looks appealing to me. It's got more pop than all this plain black and white stuff. I'll be quite honest.
I don't know. Again, I'm very removed from Final Fantasy, so my
The
opinion
spin
has
down
quite
looks
little weight
very
to it.
meh.
I kind of like the just white background with the black text on it. It feels from the outside similar to like I've seen a lot of the advertisement stuff from Final Fantasy.
What was the other site that you recommended?
MTG Goldfish has them, but just because of the way that their site works, it's actually hard to like preview cards on there. It's a pain in my butt.
Is this what you're talking about? Oh, dude. So I want to point this out. That
Yggdrasil, I
Chocobo
assume?
Forest. You see that? That's gonna get what the hell?
Dude, like I was just saying, that's like it's kind of hard to interact with sometimes.
So that I think is going to be a pseudo under the radar, very collected forest. There are going to be people that only ever want to play with this forest again.
I mean, that's a cool looking forest.
And it's like the Godzilla forest. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just like that light theming, but like I can tell, hey, instantly that's a forest. And then you look at it, and it's like, oh, these are giant chocobos. Oh, this is cute.
So I think that's
shout out to Ed. I did not know that the buy a box promos in Japan come in their own wrappers as well.
Yo, Prime, good to see you, buddy.
Holy moly! It's
Holy
Prime 406. Hot day, man. Great to see you. I'm glad that you were able to come hang out. It's been way too long.
I'm glad they have the lands, and these are two of my favorites, by the way, for the island and the plains. So I don't know what this has to do with the plains. That doesn't look like it's on a plains.
That's funny. Yeah, it's got like just a little bit of a dusty foreground. That could be more of a forest, if anything.
Right.
Or
totally agree. But here's where I think they kind of missed the mark on these, and I'll mention it afterwards. Very underwhelmed with the land cycle for the rare land cycle. Super underwhelmed.
I thought that this was cool. So they're doing 5 lands in this town. The town is like a whole new thing. But you have the option to have a sorcery now kind of smacked onto your land. And don't get me wrong, it's not a good showing of it, but I think this is something that we'll certainly see further down the line. That
it's nothing new. It's nothing new. We saw like having a sorcery on a land. This is a sorcery and a land rather than a sorcery or a land in Zendikar. But the effects on the sorceries in Zendikar were far better than these, right? And additionally, it's basically a double-costed Tasha's Hideous Laughter, which really doesn't see all that much play. And the land comes in tapped when you do want to play it as a land. So,
oh yeah, this is very similar to like Balagad Recovery and that entire cycle for sure. But I think that those were very well received.
Yeah, but those were better effects. I'm just saying. The green one is, hey, put a 1/1 colorless or green 1/1 token, or maybe it's just colors. A 1/1 token that you put a 1/1 counter on it for every land that you have. Okay, cool. If you were somehow able to cast it on turn 15. Like, otherwise, meh.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I'm happy to see these. There are worse things that I've seen in Magic the Gathering sets. I'm just trying to be positive here, you know.
I'm just calling it like I see it. And wastes Why? Why is that not in the Edge of Eternity set?
Are
I
you
don't
saying it was a
understand.
waste, Bob? Bump.
Well, I mean, it's kind of strange to put it here, right? With the Eldrazi set coming up. Like, I don't know how wastes, except thematically, applies to Final Fantasy and the cards we saw. So it
Oh
doesn't.
hell, shit if I know. I'm just imagining that there's a lot of like wastes in Final Fantasy, like in
Oh
general,
man,
like
there
barren
I
lands you
went and
must
did it.
expand.
Dadgummit. How did I do that?
I'm telling you, MTG Goldfish is just pain in the
No, it
butt.
was me. I was trying to move it and I moved it off of the thing. But here's where they missed the opportunity. I love this forest. To me, just
Okay,
artistically,
yeah, that's a
dig that
very
forest. My
attractive
favorite looking
forest.
art so far for the lands. But
Those
all the
mountains
lands
are
look pretty
mountainous.
decent. I like that swamp with the shipwrecks. It just feels awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
that swamp with the dragon on it. All these islands, I'm feeling it.
I mean, they're decent. That's Final Fantasy 15. If you've never played it, you spend the entire time
That's
in a
like
car.
the only one I've really enjoyed. It's just a road trip with a bunch of bros, and I do not understand how that was a Final Fantasy game. It's just
I
very
didn't
fun.
love it. But what I'm saying is, as they did with this, unless they're coming up with a secret lair drop, just like with the Godzilla lands where you have Godzilla
Um,
on one of each color, why did they not do a land of each basic type with chocobos in it? Like, if you're going to make it the chocobo set,
Man,
lean
talking
into
about
that
like
shit.
huge whiffs on this set. Yeah, well, that's
So
the thing
many.
is like there's a lot of huge thematic misses. I mean,
Yeah,
like you're
I'll tell
saying,
you,
honestly, 4 more
thematically,
lands with chocobos on them.
one of the things the other guys just kind of gave me shit about the entire time. I don't how much Final Fantasy have you ever played?
20 hours maximum, all of that. Well,
Okay.
no, Final Fantasy Tactics on like the Game Boy Advance or whatever. I played the shit out of that, but that
Okay.
barely
I don't know if
counts.
this mechanic I'm about to reference is in Tactics, but I know at least it's in 7, 8, I think 11 and 14. And it's there for abilities. And let me tell you, there are like a dozen new abilities. I don't know if you saw that or caught that from the reveals. Holy Moses. I mean, there are a lot of new keywords. But one keyword is glaringly
Omitted.
omitted from this set.
What is it? What is it?
One of the big things that you do in
Use
Final
item?
Fantasy, one of the big abilities on multiple characters is called limit break, which is
Oh,
basically build up, build up, build up, release your limit break. And it's
oh
your
yeah,
big
they could have done
move.
like. Honestly, that probably would have been better than the whole speed thing. Figure out a way to
But
do limit breaks. Yeah.
but they didn't. And the other guys on the other show kind of beat me up saying, "Oh, it's there. It's just called something else, but it's unique to each character, but it's kind of there
Well,
thematically."
that's
And I'm like, "But
to
it
speak to
doesn't say
that.
limit break."
I mean that's something I noticed. Shout out to the guys on DJs. There, I did notice this specifically. There are cards that are unique abilities on them, like mechanically. Just not that hey, no card works like this card does, but it's got like keywords on it that it's just the only one of the set that has that action to it. It was something I found interesting.
I find it actually more confusing, and
Oh
that
yeah,
you're
I
going
mean,
to have to
not,
explain it to people at the table.
it's
But
a
thank
it-
I
it's a bit
don't know.
messy.
We just talked about this last week with
Mr. Nate. Good
I
job,
wasn't
gentlemen.
saying TCG did that it's across all Final Fantasy, but it's definitely a big named mechanic. It's the only one I can actually name in the game. You're waiting to watch that limit break build up, build up, build up, and then you release. And to me, I don't even see that on any of the cards that you were talking about this afternoon. So I disagree. I think that it's not in function the same as limit breaks. Not really. And that's kind of disappointing. I feel it's a miss flavor wise. It's a miss mechanically speaking. I don't know how they missed it. It
They had a
seems
lot of stuff going on with this set, and I think that might be ultimately have been the largest downfall for this. Is how many different things they were trying to do all at once. What up, Twiddler?
so far I'm not seeing a lot of like weapons, and Final Fantasy is a lot about weapons.
A lot about the gear. Exactly. One of the things that they did do, there are some cards that are these job select, which I think they handled very oddly. It's an equipment comes in, it creates a 1/1, instantly attaches to it,
It's
very
basically a living
similar
weapon.
to exactly. And then it has a higher equip cost if you want to move it on to something else. So it's honestly just super lackluster. I think that was just a huge miss. And again, trying to hit too many thematic points is something that is detrimental, in my opinion, on this set. Same thing with some of the art. It seems very sporadic all over the place, especially tapping. I think they said 8 artists from the Final Fantasy series to come in and do some artwork, and it is just a huge mess. It feels like it's at some points from the early 90s. At some points, it feels like it's a brand new artwork. Just a huge mishmash, honestly.
I gotta say, I'm not a big fan. Like a big name that they dropped was Yoshitaka Umano, and I am not a fan of the work that he did on this one.
Bro, okay, I was literally saying to myself out loud while I was watching it live, man, this kind of sucks. I was thinking to myself, if I had a year, I could do the same kind of stuff that he does. And they were bringing out a bunch of his artwork, showing it to him, and he's like,
Wow.
yeah.
So I heard that this Herald Horn is a buy a box promo, but it doesn't say buy a box promo on it.
It's a cute one,
I wonder
though.
if it's also going to be in the set. But see how it's got the commander symbol on it. So I wonder if it's also going to be in the commander set. So that'd be weird if you give away a buy a box promo that's the same that's in the commander set somewhere.
So
it even
one
has
thing
FIC on it.
Something I'm definitely not a fan of in Magic, and they did a lot of in this set, are cards you flip over. I just don't really care.
Yeah,
for
you got to take them out of the sleeves. It's kind of just
hey,
a mess when you do it.
yeah.
I agree with you. I don't really like flip cards.
Yep.
Yeah, and they brought back Meld, and people were like cheering that. I am not a fan of Meld at all.
2 cards. That's the thing, is there's only 2
you first got to
cards
have them, and then you got to hope that somebody doesn't muck it up before you put it together. And if it's that good, they are. They're just not going to let you put it together. You're not going to get to assemble your transformer. It's very much like Party, right? It's the same problem you have with Party.
Oh,
that if it's dependent on other cards being out in play, people just aren't going to let you play them. Like it's just not. I do dig this art style, but I mean that's nothing new with the bold background, with the number of the Final Fantasy that they're from. I think that hits on a lot of levels. The cards are kind of okay.
I mean, I like the artwork on these. Like the ones we're seeing here, this very dark but bold use of colors. I'm a fan of this presentation for sure. And same with some of the mainline entries, like their standard arts that we're going to see a little lower here as well. But
anybody that lets you get this off, you're not going to get this off in a commander game. This is maybe something at 6 mana and 2 turns that might win you the game, maybe.
Oh,
it's only during one turn that you somehow have to try to make it unblockable. They block it with a 1/1 rabbit, and you're like, okay, well, that didn't pan out so well.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on these? How they handled the summons? Because now they're enchantment creatures, and they still have the regular mechanics of lores. So the sagas with the lore counters.
And they still are going to have the summoning sickness as well.
And do they die after the third one?
Yes.
Okay. Huh.
So not a huge fan of that mechanic. I just got to be honest.
I am a huge fan of Tifa. A big fan of her. I don't know what the card says whatsoever.
Do you care?
Nah, that ain't it.
Okay, that's what I thought. Any of these, there's nothing truly.
Oh Jesus! I thought it said Marlboro. I was like, wait, they made a card called Marlboro?
Yeah.
Bad breath. Holy shit! I think that is about smoking.
It's something.
It's a big noxious thing. Yeah, that's
cool. This guy's not terrible.
I don't get it.
What?
Like, why this was supposed to be a thing when they were premiering this? Everybody was like losing their shit about this Hildebrand Manderville character.
Because he's a popular character, right? I mean, it's a decent card. I kind of I kind of is he like a recurring comes out of your graveyard like when he dies, and then he goes back to an adventure? I don't know. So like if he's an adventure, does he go back into like the exile and you can cast him again? Like does he have to be exiled from the graveyard? I don't understand.
And it's interesting that it's a legendary so that you can have one as your commander, but then you can just have a whole grip of them in your deck too. Like the functionality of this one, I think that that's possibly why we'll see it. I don't know why Magic's been going so freaking nuts lately with this whole.
But you're not pulling it out of a normal pack. He's out of the commander deck. So
yeah,
that'll be. Wow, I don't remember seeing that, but okay. Yeah, I don't remember seeing her at all.
Grash.
I don't know if that's him, her. Anyways, I don't want to go through like the spoilers.
Everybody
else
like
what they do. This is a pretty good card, giving you an extra end step. Like that's pretty decent. And it's essentially like a teleportation circle in blue. So that's cool.
It definitely feels novel.
I'm just going to skip through a lot of this stuff because it's just kind of. Oh, this is the one. This is the one that's kind of interesting. It's your persistent petitioners.
Yep.
Any number of them in there, and it's
what
basically.
I was thinking of. Yeah.
Oh my God! Why do I keep blanking on this? The artifact from Exodus, the coat of arms. It's a coat of arms for artificers, right? So that's pretty cool, and you can have a whole deck full of
graveyard too. Yeah.
Well, but that's however many are in them. But the ability on it while it's in the graveyard doesn't give +1/+1 to each other, right? So, it's legendary. Oh, I didn't even catch that. That sucks even more. Well, that sucks. I didn't catch that at first. That this is a legendary card. That's terrible.
Yeah, and it doesn't have like the thing that makes it not die.
You need to have a mirror box for this to really be any good. I didn't catch that. Oh, I'm way less excited about this card now.
So interestingly enough, there are like I think they said 7 different versions of it though.
Oh, 16.
60. Jesus. Fuck all. Like this is just getting dumb, Bob. And again, I really think
I actually like that.
Instead of cycling, they should have put legend rule doesn't apply because this is just kind of dumb right out the box.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I don't know. I didn't catch that it was legendary. Wow, am I dumb? All right, okay, so now I'm way less excited for that card.
That Imperial City of Arcades, I know it's Wall of Omens, but that looks really cool to me.
It looks great if it was on a land card. It looks like a damn land.
It looks like it should tap for one color. Yeah, that should be command tower. Yeah,
it's something. But what? Wow, I'm not sure how that. Yeah,
I got to say, I don't know. Big fan of this Zodiac Umbral God. For 5
I thought that was one of the, I thought that's one of the more solid cards that they put in there that's actually playable. That will be
kind of mean, but like kind of awesome. So it's 5 black for a 5/5 legendary indestructible god. When it enters, each player sacks half non-god creatures they control. Rounded down. Whenever a player sacks another creature, put a 1/1 on this. I don't know why, but I love this for some reason.
I think it's good. I think it's going to be one of the better ones, one of the better rares. I would bet this becomes a higher priced rare from the set. It's totally playable. It's a god. I think that's a little bit off. I get it for flavor, but gods just are not an archetype that's well played outside of like when you get a Theros block.
Or at Kaldheim. Yeah. I had a surprising amount of
but it's a good card.
Gods in that Kaldheim box. And shout out, we got some people that just got gifted a membership. Shout out to King Torque, Chris Most, Richie Dubs. Shout out, what up, Richie? Average Josh MTG and Bill Keys. So Now that you're channel members, make sure to stop in after
There you
this
go.
stream. We got another one coming up. Bob's actually going to be doing a dragon storm, Tarkir Dragon Storm.
Dragon Storm. I'm going to be cracking the box to build my deck for Commander Raids. That's right. And that I think it should be next week. Hello from South Africa. Welcome to the show. So something I would like to bring up about the set that I noticed during the spoilers today, and something I'm really not very fond of. I won't say that it's powered down per se, but it's overcosted. Like even that god we just saw probably should have been 4 black pips. Summit Bahamut, 9 casting cost, right? Yeah. The only way this is ever seeing play is if it's cheated in.
Oh, that's a very Eldrazi deck. I mean, it counts as a creature, so that's going to be
But
easy.
It's a dragon, not an Eldrazi.
No, but I mean 9.
I got you. I got
you.
you. It's a flying 9/9. Woo.
Yeah.
Unless you cheat it out on. So turn 10, you're swinging with this bad boy that has no flample. Okay, you block it with your 1/1 spirit from what's your favorite deck? Kaikar.
Kaikar, Wind's Fury.
Yeah. Okay, I cast one little spell and now I got a 1/1. I'll block it.
Yeah. Well, I could see this being, something in the graveyard recursion kind of action. But even
it's gonna die. You're gonna get 3 attacks with it, maybe, and it's gonna die all on its own. If all you have to do is stifle it for 3 turns, and okay, then it's not really the 9/9 flample or flying means nothing. I don't know, unless it's cheated in at a mythic. It just wow. Okay, it's strong enough abilities, destroy non-land permanents. That's very strong. Like you can destroy anything. It's a non-land permanent. Drawing 2 cards is actually kind of weak in my opinion. For 9 mana.
Well, that's also 2 turns after you spent that 9. So it's not like an exciting quickness either. If it were an Eldrazi and you were paying 9, all the words happen right away. This is controlled, dead. Like it's yeah. This is a pretty big win.
It's the 4th ability that okay. Hopefully you have some other high mana value permanents still on the table 3 turns after. This is like, I don't know. Have you ever seen a fish called Wanda?
I want to say yes.
It's got Kevin, the guy that married Phoebe Cates. Kevin Kline, is that his name?
Could be.
Anyways, I think it's that. Where a guy is standing there in front of a steamroller about 30 yards away, just yelling, no, for like 30 seconds instead of getting out of the way. That's what this is. You see, like, first off, do you see this? Do you see this as a sealed / standard play?
No, this is 100% commander only.
Okay. So then you have
released in the main set of a new standard release. Yeah.
You have three turns, full turns at least, to deal with it. Maybe even 4 turns if you count the turns cast.
Oh, well, so that's exactly how I see this. Is someone cheats it into play and it destroys a permanent, and then someone just answers it with a single piece of removal.
The only way that this even becomes somewhat useful is that thing that allows you to skip immediately to whatever chapter on a saga.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, and then you do the 4th one somehow. I don't know.
Don't get me wrong. I still think this is going to end up being a $15 to $20 card. It's not going to be really cheap because it's going to fit into Eldrazi decks and some dragon decks as well because it's big.
Maybe.
But again, not a card I am looking forward to see, and that's a great evaluation on it. It's pre-selling for 60. Let's call it a little less than half, so it's going to be less than $30.
Well, this is a special version of it too. But I'm just going to say that is it a strong card if it costs 6? Oh, dude, this is a $60 card easily.
Yeah, if it were a 6 with a 6/6, I could work with that, but it's not. Things I can work with is that cute face on Yuna. Man, they did her justice.
I do dig the anime art that they did on the cards that they have the anime art. I think
and Fran, I never realized it, but holy moly, these bunny girls, hot damn, go Fran.
Yeah, I mean it's good, it's intriguing. I like it. Not these as much. But I do like the
style that
anime
they
art
went
on
with
these.
it.
I
Yeah.
do. This is
Go back
another
up.
one, the Odin.
There
Yeah.
was a card a little
I'm
bit
not a
further
fan
up
of
that
this
I
at
was
all.
pretty interested in looking at. Lightning, Army of One.
Yeah,
I-
we'll get there. This is the Ragavan you're talking about. Probably in my opinion, and you have to have a very specific art style
Mm,
preference to
mm.
enjoy this. Don't care about this one at all.
Yeah, that's a good way to
This is
put it.
gonna
You have to.
probably, yeah, I don't know.
It's a
That's
very
fair.
specific art style. Yeah. Oh, and
This one is
absolute
a
mercy.
great card, but it is unfun to play against.
Eh.
And it's super duper over costed again, like 8
Mm.
in white, blue, your non-ramp colors. Oh,
Well, it just reminds me of playing against like Avacyn or something. It's
yeah.
you,
How
the
many
player.
times have you honestly seen Avacyn hit the table against you?
Well, in the couple of times I have, like realistically, it's easy enough to deal with. You kill that creature. So same thing here. Yeah, cool. It can't be countered, but it doesn't have protection.
Oh yeah, no, you'd have to have Swiftfoot boots to put on this Joker immediately, and there's always a way to deal with it, and it will definitely become one of the biggest targets at the table. So
Yeah, well, it costs 8. So like similar to the card next to it, we're not going to see either of these fuckers get
no.
played much. Like
Again,
somebody's gonna
here's
make
the
an
green,
absolute, yeah.
the green land that I was very underwhelmed with.
For 6, it's
Great.
too much.
Right. If you have a ton of lands, but the bigger problem is you have to have a ton of lands into play for it to be worried about. I don't know how else to put it. Like,
Well, I mean, if it were 3, like if it were 3 green,
for a 3/3 would be much more playable.
right? That's what would be a better version of this card if it were instead of 6, combined amount of cost. If it were 3 green pips instead, that would be so much more acceptable.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not like I said for the land cycle. I think they did better in Tarkir. Fire this tiered, fire magic and the cold magic one are very similar. Okay,
Yeah,
it's basically spree.
Yeah, but choose one only. Yeah.
Sure, I like that sort of mechanic, but it's not
fine.
like, ooh, that makes me want to buy the set.
I do like this VV Ornitier. This is a colored one. I'm just trying to figure out like how to break this.
Well, that's the other part is that they put in all the keywords on the cards that could be game breaking.
Yeah,
and
said, only during your turn.
Only during your turn and only once. Okay.
It's like, okay, so you're telling me you want me to take extra turns? Is that what I'm hearing? Just gonna take extra turns?
Well, but only once each turn, though.
Yeah, but I just need more turns. Then I can play them on more turns because I got more of them. No, so this is just going to be an interesting spell slinger deck that's just going to kind of fuel into itself. So some of the other fun things that you have for I think you're just going to see a lot of like Niv Mizzets in the 99, a lot of reiterates, copy spells, stuff like that. And I think this could be a really fun, just bombastic deck. And I could see that being a really fun play style that I barely ever get to really lean into. The turns I do that with Kaikar because of all the generators built into it just get to be a headache when I indulge in that aspect of it. So I think a Vivi deck would be pretty dang fun. Me and all the other Timmies.
Again, the only once each turn really kind of cripples this card to where it's almost who cares. To answer your question, Twiddler asks, are you guys impressed with what you're seeing in this set yet? Yes and no, and you kind of have to listen to our whole show to get the full answer. I don't want to say I'm underwhelmed with the power because it's not powered down, it's overcosted, and in that regard, it underpowers the set. How's that? Like some of the cards could be great if they were cheaper, but unfortunately, very much so. I agree with the folks this afternoon that said it. I don't know if it was Robert that said it or if it was TCG Player. they kind of AFR'd it.
Mhm.
And it kind of feels very slowed down, kind of watered down is the best way you could put it. Very on point thematically, so the fanboys are going to love it for the artwork. But the cards themselves, I just don't see them seeing wide play. There's nothing yet I've seen that's going to see very wide play. Even this Dragoon's Wyvern, okay, it's a Drake, cool. Little overcosted at 3 for a 2/1 flyer that creates a 1/1 hero when it comes into play without flying. Like, it doesn't even create another flyer. So cool.
It's a common.
It's a hero creature. It's not even a human or anything else that's a really useful archetype.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a throwaway common.
It's something for draft chaff, right?
Yeah,
That's about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm not going to get into these. Other people are covering them.
There are a lot of legendaries in this set. That's something.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. They want you to play these as commanders, but they're just not commander worthy. Even this girl.
But for us, this is going to be great when we do our boxing for this. We're going to have all the cards in the world to choose from.
But they're very underwhelming. Even this one, right? She's a 4/4 for 5 that adds a token that's a legendary dog. And when she attacks, another target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each other creature you control. So unless you're playing it in like Skewed Swarm or Go Wide and you're able to get your board wide to begin with, which in most commander games, we saw it when we were over at Matt's house. You're not going wide in most Magic games anymore. That's very hard to do. It has to be splashy, immediate, get them all out there on one turn before people can do something, and then do something with it. Because there's a board wipe coming in for sure. They're gonna punk every one of those little 1/1s that you have out there to make it go wide. It's, again, in my opinion, outside of that, no protection for herself, 5 casting cost. Wow, you're gonna cast her once or twice in a commander game. Getting up to the 3rd time casting her at 9 mana. Good luck. Anything over that, you got it.
This definitely feels like pre-con level of exciting. I mean, don't get me wrong, uncommon, but it's definitely a very mid.
But it falls in that, like I'm saying, just every one of them, man. It's just this same problem. Yet another slow one here with this Ultimecia, right? That's 5 casting costs immediately whenever she attacks, enters or attacks Surveil 2. I'm not a huge fan of the Surveil mechanic. I don't love playing out of my graveyard. Especially in commander raids, because your graveyard's going bye-bye pretty quickly at some point.
And then it's got the transform thing. Transform
for 8.
Yeah.
It becomes, I believe, an 8/8. Oh, why did it do that? Right? That is not even, oh my God, I hate these advertisements. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
No, it's not even an 8/8. It's a 7/7 for 8.
Yeah.
With no protection again.
Nope, just menace. Yeah. I mean, uncommon. It's for what it is. I think it's fine. It's not exciting by any stretch. It's definitely not something to write home about, but
it's not something that makes you want to run out and buy boxes to crack for it.
No.
So I think we were about down here somewhere. I don't know. I wanted to see if they had the mono arts, and I'm just going to speak my piece.
They do right there.
This looks like the same style that was in the Strixhaven. What do you call it?
Mystical Archive.
Mystical Archive. So it looks like a Mystical Archive.
That's a mono right there. Kefka.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. It's at the bottom of the card. Kefka Court Mage. Whenever it enters, just everybody discards, draw a card for you.
It's better than the other ones I saw in the set he did, but again, doesn't appeal to me. For those of you that it does, cool story, bro.
And 8 and transform again. I mean, that seems to be their thing.
Like I said, it's like everything, and it's a mythic, right? So it's 5 initial, 8 to transform. So you're 13 mana to do this.
a really cool piece of art from a high schooler's journal.
That's how I felt when I saw it too. I was like,
Well,
oh boy.
that's honestly how I see, and hate
It
me in the
looks like
comments
art that's
below. I
not
don't give a
finished.
shit. Yeah, it looks like the coolest kid in your metals class like is able to draw, and this is like
Well,
what
and
he.
they were doing an album cover for your garage band.
Yeah, they're like, oh man, just give me a pack of colored pencils and we'll call it even.
I'll do it in math class.
I'll do it for like a gram of weed.
Yikes.
it's
I agree with you. It feels very underwhelming.
yeah, and
I
like
like your
that's the biggest
Romano.
thing. Like, don't get me wrong. The rest of them were like, okay, it's a common. Don't give it that hard of a critique. Oh, it's an uncommon. Come on, Bob. This is a huge fucking miss. Okay, I'll admit it.
I don't know that it's a miss, but if it was cheaper, baller. But again, it's like it's watered down because it's battle. Everything's battle cruiser in this set. It just is, right? I think that's another Romano here. Like we're going back to high school yet again.
Oh, Benson, good call on should have put Final Fantasy in the title. Funny part is we did not expect to talk about it for the entire episode and had 3 solid other topics to discuss this evening.
But I mean, this is like
this is very
dude,
topical. Like,
seriously,
yeah.
This is like a bad tattoo.
Oh yeah. It the fuck, man. I mean, come on.
That was exactly what I said when I saw it. I was like, what the? Look at that. Tabletop.
Well, then it gives you double
Get
loop
out of
at
here.
the very end.
Get out of here. I didn't get to read it much, but create a token that's a copy of a target non-legendary enchantment you control. So you have to have an enchantment in play to begin with. It gains haste if it's a saga. Put up to 3 lore counters on it. Sacrifice it at the beginning of your next end step. Add Wooburg double.
Then flip it.
And then exile her. Okay, cool. So what are you playing? Coalition Victory? I mean, I'm what?
Yeah, there's a bunch of cards that I don't care about in this set. The funny thing is, if it didn't have the really skinny albino chick on it, this would be a cool card just because of the floating stuff, very like Ghibli in the background. But again, this is just fever pitch watercolors. Like it's
kind of a miss on a mono. People hold him with super high regard, and it's kind of like that RFK guy, dude. I can't stand his art. Most of the time, I don't even know what I'm looking at when I look at his art.
I do want to give a shout out to that lightning card, though. I think
I will. We'll get there. I mean, Commune with Beavers, meme card.
Yes. Okay. So that was what I was talking about. I soft rolled it behind the scenes. There was a common card, and that's the one. Commune with Beavers. I think we're going to see this in a surprising amount of decks going forward, just over time.
Yeah, just for memes, dude. Just for memes. I mean, it's not a bad card.
It's not a bad card. Like I agree with you.
For a common, if things were on this excitement level, if that was the common that set the bar for what you expect out of the set, I agree with you 100%. Like that's good. I like the fact that Nyx Bloom Ancient is getting a reprint, and even Ancient Copper Dragon, which I don't think is worth $100 flipping dollars. I don't think it's that great of a card.
But there goes all the value in Baldur's Gate. Dang it.
It's the most expensive card. It's a C note out of Baldur's Gate, which I don't understand.
What's weird is that there's a sorcery card right here, the Cloud Sea Djinn. I don't know what's up with Goldfish. It looks like their site's breaking down. That's
what are you talking about? It's Nyx Bloom Ancient from Theros Beyond Death.
No, the artwork on it. It looks like it's just from a completely different thing altogether.
Well, it is. It's the special art. It's the guest art. They did the same art style for the Ancient Copper Dragon.
Man, I would love not to pull that card. That looks ugly.
This one?
Yeah.
I think it's all right. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
It might be Romano. Yeah, it's another Romano.
Oh, well, see, hey, look at that. I hate everything he does. Like, at least I'm consistent. Like, I'm not wishy-washy thinking some of this guy's artwork is decent.
No, you're not a gutless flip-flopper, that's for sure. I don't like this art, by the way. Whatever this is, no.
It's the best piece of his work I have seen yet. and I don't like it. It's SRAM's Senior Artificer, which
Which,
when I read it, I was like, oh, this is a really cool card. And then I was like, oh, wait, it's because it's a different card. That's why I like it.
well, again, SRAM, who was calling for SRAM reprints?
It's like $1.32. Yeah, it's I don't know. That's a
awesome.
draft gap. And these job selects, like, and I think it was just a huge fucking miss. Like you had mentioned, it's just a living weapon. And it's none of them are exciting. They're all common.
Here's another card that nobody plays except me and my group hug deck.
Okay, this is weird to me. Secret Rendezvous. I'm gonna choose the one where it's got her on the left. I like that for some reason.
Wait a second. Did you see this one?
Oh, him and the big gun hand guy.
And then there's one more.
Okay, I take it back. I am a fan of Tifa. For no reason does she need those suspenders.
Yeah, but they add to it. I think they add.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Oh my god, I hate that it takes me all the way back to the top every single time.
I'm telling you, MTGgoldfish.com is kind of a bullshit website. If they didn't put stuff up faster than anybody else, I would never go to it.
All right. Oh, we skipped one. The darkness crystals.
And they're doing 5 of these.
I think they did a big miss here. This should have been something like Chrome Mox Opal, Mythic reprint in this spot, right? So I think we're not getting anything on that level, folks. I don't think we're getting Ancient Copper Dragon is what they're tossing at us. So hopefully you wanted that Ancient Copper Dragon, which I don't.
I am more of a fan of this than the vibe I'm getting from you. So they are doing this in all 5 colors. We've got the black one here. I think the artwork on these is really cool to me. Just on both of them, MC Escherus, very Master of Illusion kind of thing. It's got your medallion built right into it. So you're 2 colorless. You're getting your black spells cost 1 less. Cool. For 2 black, you're getting everything else on the card.
I mean, it's medallion built into it, but medallions you can stack. They're non-legendary.
Well, in Commander, it doesn't even matter, really, unless you're copying.
I agree. I'm just pointing that out, that medallions have that advantage.
This with medallions, oh man, a huge cost reduction. I mean, I'm looking to see what the Jeskai cycle of this is going to be, because Kaikar. I mean, triple down. Non-token creature and opponent dies, instead exile it, gain 2 life. I mean, for 2 black, having that as a static effect, I think this is costed very well for what you're getting on the card.
For 2 black, what are you talking about? It's 2 black and 2 other.
The 2 other is your top line. That's what you're paying for.
Okay.
A medallion is the top line. So that's 2 colorless. For 2 black, you get all the other text.
Additionally, this card can kill you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Somebody board wipes and you have this on your side and there's 40 creatures on board. Goodbye.
Yep.
So, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it can be a bad thing for sure. Like there are downsides to it, absolutely. But again, playing black, I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is something they would like.
Okay. I'm again.
I want the mandate version of Secret Rendezvous, but I'm swapping Barrett and Cloud with me and Bob.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you, Benson. So I'm going to move on from that. You like it a lot more than I do. I would not put this in a black deck because I don't want to be killed by everybody blowing up their own shit. Sorry.
Well, yeah. Again,
and here's the thing: if it said May,
the cycle is going to be. Yeah.
If it said May.
Wait, no, Bob. How would that kill you?
What? Oh, it's gain. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was lose 2 life. My bad. I like it a lot more. I'm sorry. I thought it was lost 2 life. I don't know why I read it that way, because I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, this is a great card.
Yeah. And imagine 4 more just like that in other colors.
Well, I doubt they're going to give you control of exile card. They're going to do something.
No. I mean, of course not. But like, what's the is it version? Like, what's the red? What's the white? The blue? Like, all the blue one's probably going to be a shitload of draw cards, mill and draw. Oh yes. If an opponent were to draw cards,
it's gonna have,
Oh my
instead of more
God.
like exile, be like bounce cards.
Hmm.
And then draw maybe white. I don't know. Anyways, you're right. I'll be curious to see what that does. Beavers.
Beavers.
Um,
The
the
secret
jobs are
around the beast.
fine. I don't think that they're bad. I think they're okay. They're, in my opinion, like when you really look at it, what it does. Okay, so it gives you a body, and it gives you a 2/2 body that whenever this creature attacks, you gain 1 life and is a cleric. Okay, underwhelming, but it is a common. Then equip for 3 to give it +1/+1, make it a cleric, and has when it attacks, I gain 1 life. Oof. I'd rather have
Yeah,
a life
if it were
link.
life link, that would be way more interesting. But I mean, this could go in a couple of decks because it's creating a creature for 2. Not too bad. You're also
Love you
getting an
too, Scary
artifact.
Vegas. This the black mage's rod. Of course, it's got to be a black mage's rod. Um, when it,
I don't know. Sorry. Well, I mean, they're all it's staff
did that
rod.
did that just land on you? I think so.
Well, no, I'm just thinking like, oh wait, no, I see what he's doing here. It's next to a staff though, so it's like, well,
Yeah, it's his rod he's holding. It's got stuff coming out of the end of it.
his name's
Sure.
Rod.
And I think this is a little bit better, right? Because at least it has a static ability that whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. Like that could get out of hand. So that is a much stronger of a common than the white one. The white one, of course, wah wah.
Oh, hey, it's already 8:00.
Oh shoot. Dang. All right. I want to get to a couple of things real quick. So I just want to go over them real quick. Your thoughts. Atraxa, I think it's only like a $10 card. Now you're gonna turn it into a 5. Yay, cool. Cool. Don't care about the secret rendezvous. Don't care about Cactar. We've already memed it enough.
I do like the Moogles. They're adorable.
I want to get to, like this is actually not bad for an uncommon. Where the hell is that? Why Dark Confidant? Why is it printed in the normal set? Who the hell was screaming for
dope, though.
It's going to be a 50-cent card after this. It's gonna be a 50-cent mythic. Congratulations. But I want to get to that. So there you go. There's your Ancient Copper Dragon. Cool. I actually like the art a bit. This is
it looks like
probably
very
the best one
old
that he's
school
done in the
D&D.
set.
Yeah.
What's that?
Looks like old school D&D.
Yeah, I dig it. This one I'm feeling, right? Like this one, way to go, Amano. My favorite Amano in the set. Yeah, of course it's a $100 card. Cool. Not going to buy it.
Yeah.
This is the one I want to make a Commander Raids deck out of. So time stop it here and take a look at the card. I'm not going to click over because it's too much of a pain in the ass. Where the hell is that green artifact? They don't have it. You said they had them all. So there's a green artifact for 4 that lets you basically cheat a creature card from your hand into play.
Oh, it's like Seedborn Muse, but on a creature.
No, not at all. Did I miss it? It was a green artifact. Oh, here it is. The Summoner's Grimoire. This is the one I wanted to point out that I think has the most potential, especially with Eldrazi. Think about this, folks. Eldrazi coming up very, very soon. Yeah, we're running a little over time, but that's okay. I'm not even set up yet for the opening. So we'll get there. So members, hang on. We're going to be there soon. If you haven't done so yet, like and subscribe. Consider becoming a member. You'll get to watch me crack cards, which I don't crack packs. I don't normally do that. At least not on camera. So this Summoner's Grimoire, let's think about this real quick. Of the job selects, right? So the equipped creature is a shaman in addition to its other types. When this creature attacks, you may put a creature. So it's an attack trigger, so it doesn't have to connect. You may put a card from your hand onto the battlefield. Okay? So it's green. How quickly can you have this on the field? Turn 2?
I was going to say 2. 3 if things aren't going really well.
Right, but turn 2, it's turn 2 to turn 3. So turn 3, you turn that card sideways if it's not dead. If you have an Eldrazi in hand, it's hitting the board on turn 3, or a Blightsteel Colossus.
Oh, there's lots of great options.
Or even that 9/9 dragon card that was in this set.
Or Jumbo Cactuar.
Okay, yeah, again. So to me, This was the most impressive one I've seen out of the set. Like cheating creatures into play. Who? Right?
Oh, I'm just thinking mechanized production. You could just constantly copy this because it's an artifact.
Yeah, but you're only going to have so many cards in hand. But all I'm saying is that, yeah, this
Oh,
one,
with that, you're going to be
I can
playing
see this
Simic.
seeing
So,
play.
yeah.
Like, I definitely see this seeing play.
Oh, yeah. This is tasty. This is
So,
one of the best cards of the set.
That's it, folks. Of all the cards that I saw today, for play purposes, this was it. This was the top dog that's in green, easy enough to get out super quick and start causing problems for the entire table. With Eldrazi set coming up, calling it now, this thing's going to be a $20 card.
Well, hey, we'll have to tune in for more. If you want to see more tonight, we'll just go ahead, hit the join button down below. For the price of $1 a month, you can get into seeing some box openings, some behind the scenes content, and yes, that's right, we go at least a half hour extra every single week.
This is going to be more. It's going to be more.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't open fast, folks, and I have to read the cards, and I'm dumb and slow and old. So, yeah, come join us for some pack cracking fun. Look at that. I got it out without mucking it up.
There you go.
Additionally, thank you, everybody, for showing up tonight. Congratulations to those folks that got the membership, if you're watching right now. I don't understand how that membership thing works, but
yeah,
cool. Anyways, thank you, everybody who was active and chatting with us tonight. Hopefully, you'll be with us again next week. I believe that's when we're going to be doing for the members first. I like to call it not members only, but members first. How's that? Members Is that a good way to phrase that? We're going to be doing members first. It's funny is I on Goldfish. Guess what the price of that card is that I just said? Ooh. I didn't even see it. I'm so dumb. $19.99. Yep.
$19.99. There you go. Cool.
So at any rate, yeah, thank you everybody for showing up. Please show up again next Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll be here.
And I will too. And we hope you'll join us. Bye, y'all. And then we dance. Bob loves this part. It's his favorite.